A very warm welcome, dear brothers and sisters, to the Redemptorist Friendship Circle. This is a podcast by the Redemptorist community of the Vice Province of Malaysia and Singapore. In this podcast, we try to talk about everything Redemptorist. We try to introduce you to the Redemptorists around the world and talk about interesting and current topics in and around the Catholic Church. Now, I am Terence Wee, a Redemptorist priest serving in Novena Church in Singapore. Now, if you have been an avid listener to our podcast, you will realize normally we will have two hosts for the podcast. But today we are having a three-person team. I have with me Father Antony Prabhu. Welcome, Father Prabhu, and Father Patrick. So, Prabhu and Patrick, do you want to say hi to our listeners?
Hello, greetings from Malaysia.
Hello,
Okay,
everyone.
and
Greetings also from Malaysia.
okay, so why are we having a three-person team right now? Is actually all three of us. We are now in Malaysia, in KL, Shah Alam. We are the three of us. We are part of a mission team doing a mission in Church of Divine Mercy. A shout out to Church of Divine Mercy in Shah Alam, KL. And I just thought, it would be nice to ask all my confreres to come, and then we just host this particular episode. Now, Prabhu, I believe that this would be perhaps your first mission out of our own parish.
Yes, yes,
And how was it for you so
yes.
far?
First
How's your
time being,
experience?
yes, after being finally professed and also now ordained as a Redemptorist missionary, this is my first time experiencing the parish mission. And right now we are involved in witnessing the various ministries in the church. We have been given the same theme as a Jubilee year. And I should say I'm just enjoying this process, and especially like two of you, such senior Redemptorist missionaries alongside, and it's a good learning curve for me.
Okay, I'm not really a senior missionary lah. So we have the most senior one, our guru here, Father Patrick, and I'm just
The guru.
enjoying. I love mission, and I'm so happy that Patrick allowed me to be part of this mission. So Patrick, how's your experience so far, being the guru and having two of us little lambs running around?
Right. It's a new experience in a sense because I always worked with older confreres for mission, and now I'm the mission leader with two young, vibrant creatives. So I'm challenged in my own way to mix my ideas and for the betterment of the parish. They have fine-tuned the topics that they wanted, and seeing three of us working, and they see the teamwork, that is really amazing. They're very, very impressed by the way we work. Our jokes, our sermons, our input. They are having a great time, and we're having a great time too. We've got a wonderful host for the parish priest, Father George Harrison, not the Beatle, another kind of a Beatle, but he's excellent. It's a big parish.
Yes.
Church of Divine Mercy in Shah Alam.
Yes, yeah. So Patrick, we are still waiting for you as the mission leader to treat us out to a good meal, huh?
Yes.
For sure.
Like
Yes,
totally no reaction. Anyway, okay, so we don't want to spend too much time talking about all these things, because today we have a very wonderful guest where we will be interviewing him. He is actually a confrere from Indonesia by the name of Father Willy Pala. And I believe Father Patrick is very familiar with Willy because for quite a couple of years, Father Patrick is in a mission station with Willy, and we will talk about that a little bit more. But now, perhaps without further ado, let us hear this interview with our Redemptorist confrere, Father Willy Pala. Okay, so brothers and sisters, let us put our hands together and welcome Father Willy Pala. Yes. Father Willy, welcome very much. So, Father Willy is a member of the Redemptorist from the province of Indonesia, right? You call that the province of Indonesia?
Yes, I'm from Indonesia. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Okay, so from the
So
province of
I'm happy to be
Indonesia.
here.
Okay, great. Now, Father Willy is very special, especially to the Redemptorists here in the Vice Province of Malaysia and Singapore. Before, for quite some years, Father Willy was working in East Malaysia in Dalat. So later on, I will talk a little bit of your experience over there in Dalat. But also, to me, Willy is someone that is quite special because no matter how long it is or no matter how old he is, he's always looking very young. So I'm very sure most of our listener or YouTube watcher, you will not be able to guess the age of Father Willy. So maybe later we will have a competition for someone to guess your age. Anyway, Father Willy, how are you doing?
So I'm doing good.
Okay,
Happy to be
so
here. Yeah.
great. So, just to begin, just like any other guest that we have, perhaps, Willy, can you just introduce yourself a little bit and, of course, tell us of your vocation story? How did you get to know the Redemptorist and what made you decide to be a member of the Redemptorist?
Okay. Thank you, Father Terence, for allowing me to present this in this podcast. I'm really excited to be here with all of you guys as well. So I was born actually in it's my hometown, Kodi, especially in the island of Sumba, and that's also part of the southeast province of Indonesia. And then I, I grew up from I'm from the two tribes. My father from another tribe, Kodi, and my mama is from Laura. So both of my parents are teachers. Actually, they meet as a teachers. So I
Okay.
was born from that family, and of course, my father and my mom, they are really active, very active in the church until their last breath. So I grew up in the Redemptorist parish as well. So Saint Mary Maria Assumpta parish is my parish in Homba Karibit, is the second parish in Sumba after the diocese of Wetebula, in the diocese of Wetebula after the Wetebula. So I encountered Redemptorists since my childhood. So
Oh,
uh,
okay.
I I was familiar with the Redemptorists because they often come to my house, and we would also visit the parish, if not many times, if not every day. But actually, every day because my primary school just next to the parish house, so I
Mm-hmm.
see the
Mm-hmm.
Redemptorist priest. So
Mm-hmm.
after finishing my secondary school, I joined the high school which run by the Redemptorists at the moment,
Okay.
and I stay in the boarding school that which belong to the Redemptorists. I
All
and my
right.
friends entered that boarding
Mm-hmm.
school,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we are guided by all great
All
missionaries
right.
of Redemptorists. You know, these guys like Franz Pfister, all the guys that you know, the German Redemptorists. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
this experience living in the boarding school of Redemptorists so deepened my knowledge as a youth about
Okay.
Redemptorists. So after graduating in the high school in 1988, I decided to join the Redemptorists.
All right.
So
Okay.
at the age of 19.
All right. So basically, over there, when you go into the boarding school, they are, although they are run by the Redemptorists, it is not everyone who has already had the idea that you want to be a Redemptorist. It's
Yeah,
only after you graduate then perhaps you make the choice.
yeah,
Is that how it goes?
yes, because that boarding school is destined to educate young people
Okay.
to
So
be
it's just meant to
politicians,
provide.
whatever dreams that you want to reach.
Mm-mm-mm.
So in 1988, I have to continue my study in minor seminary.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go to Yogyakarta.
Mm-hmm.
Have to go through all the tests. Redemptorist is a little bit complicated those days and
Yep.
until
Yep.
today. Before you enter Redemptorist, you have to pass through all this kind of guides. So I entered minor seminary in 1990, 1988, and 1 year I spent there.
Mm-hmm.
And by 1989 to 90, so 1 year, I was in novitiate. So
Okay.
On July 6th, 1990, I made my first vows.
Okay. Perhaps
Yeah,
can I just skip ahead? So,
yeah.
at which year did you get ordained?
So my perpetual vows, 19 August 14, 97, and then on
97,
a year later,
98,
1998,
8. You got
which the
ordained.
date people doesn't really prefer. I was ordained August 13.
Ah, okay.
So,
Okay.
but my birthday, October 10, 3rd
Okay.
of October is so 10 plus 3 become 13. Also, it's inclusive enough. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you did a lot of calculation, to get your ordination. Yeah. Anyway, so before we move on to your own life as a redemptress, maybe since you are the first Indonesian redemptress that we have brought onto this podcast, although we do have two redemptrists working with us right now, Father Sixtus and Father Joseph. They are doing wonderful works here. A lot of people absolutely love them. Maybe you can introduce us a little bit to the Redemptorists in Indonesia. Can you tell us a little bit about the history? How did the Redemptorists come to Indonesia, and how did it develop, and what is the situation right now?
So the Redemptorist in Indonesia first came to Indonesia in December 1956. They arrived in
56.
Jakarta
Okay. Hmm.
from the province of Cologne, Germany.
All right.
Yeah, those days. And after Christmas, they continued their journey to Sumba because their
Mm-hmm.
destination was Sumba. Then and they
Mm-hmm.
arrived in Sumba January 16, 1957.
Okay.
So they came there to replace the Isvedi missionaries who wanted
The
to
sorry,
focus.
the
SVD,
SVD. Okay, the
yeah, the
SVD.
SVD.
All right.
They wanted to focus more on the island of Flores and Timor to do their ministry.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking for another congregation to replace them. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Redemptorists responded that, you know, let's the response of the Redemptorists turned to be good. Sumba become the land of blessing for
For the
the
Redemptorist.
Redemptorists. Yeah,
Okay. All
because
right.
it Sumba became the place of the birthplace of our region that time, our
Mm-hmm.
regio,
Mm-hmm.
and then vice province, and eventually the province of Indonesia. So
Okay.
today we have a lot of redemptorists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, at our peak, or maybe right now, is are we at our peak right now, or was there a time where we have more redemptorists than now?
Now we are in the peak, on the peak of.
Okay, so how
Yeah.
many do we have right now?
We have almost including those the students we have the temporary vows and vows
Mm-hmm.
uh, almost 300,
300. Oh,
almost.
okay.
It's 200
Almost
plus,
300.
200 plus. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
So do you foresee that this number is going to go even higher?
I think so in the coming years and a few years time. So
Oh, great.
the number is
Great.
still growing.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful. So, what were the ministries that the Redemptorists were focusing on all these years, besides perhaps education? Is there any other areas that the Redemptorists was focusing on?
Hmm. So the Ministry of Indonesian Redemptorist, of course, parish missions. We have
Parish mission. Oh, yeah.
parish
That's
missions.
what the Redemptorists always do.
Yeah, and then mission, parish pastoral, uh, the mission school, the mission in the school, yeah, and then we have Andaluri Foundation, which took care of Andaluri Foundation,
Andaludi.
which take care of all the schools that we have, and then also we have, uh, of course, pastoral work in the parish and also the social pastoral work. Yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah, and then our social ministry especially focus on empowering and defending the marginalized that we have in Indonesia, and this is run by two of our foundations. That's the Donors Foundation and Sarnelli Legal Aid Foundation Institute, which
Sanelli Legal Aid Foundation.
yeah,
Okay. all
yeah.
right.
Also, of course, we collaborate with the diocese on social work and pastoral work.
Okay.
So in Jakarta, in Flores, we developed the Marian Shrine of Our Mother, Perpetual
Okay.
Help,
All
and
right.
then another Ministry of Reconciliations. So I just started in Jakarta. Since I moved in Jakarta now, I
you're in
started
Jakarta.
seriously
Okay.
to take care of the Marian Shrine. I think
All right.
we have to show our character as Redemptorists, and this is
Exactly.
our main ministry. One, to
Yeah.
introduce our mother, and also the sacrament of reconciliation.
You should invite us over.
Yeah, you can wait for a while. Wait a little
Yes.
bit to grow, but I'm willing to
Yes,
really
yes,
invite
definitely.
you
We
to.
can invite you
Yeah,
here, and we can go over to share this ministry of the shrine.
yeah,
Huh? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Of course, we were
uh,
asked to make her known to
yeah,
really bring our Mother of Perpetual Help to as many people as possible. So I
yeah.
think that is a very important ministry. As of now, how many communities in Indonesia do you all have?
We have in Sumba we have 4 communities.
Mm-hmm.
Including the novitiate, of course, that's an exceptional thing. And then we have one in Flores, islands around Flores and Lambata. We have one in Jakarta, and Jakarta, including the conference in Sumatra, and then Kalimantan.
Okay.
In Kalimantan, we have a community that's big numbers. We work in two dioceses in Kalimantan, Diocese of Palangkaraya and Diocese of Katapang, while in Sumatra we serve in the Diocese of Palembang, just across Singapore actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah.
Y'all don't have a community in Batam?
We don't have yet.
Yeah, you should come so that we can just cross over every weekend and just come and visit you.
So
Yeah.
while the other members, of course, the growing members also, it's a blessing for us. So we can contribute like Samoa, Australia,
Yes.
Japan, the Philippines, Germany, Netherlands, of course, Singapore and New Zealand. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. You are really spreading far and wide to really
Yeah.
help out our big Redemptorist community. Now, maybe also just to understand a little bit of your work within your social context. Indonesia is a Muslim country, and I believe the Catholics are a minority. Do you know roughly, in terms of percentage wise, how many percent of the populations is Catholic?
It's less than 5%.
Less than 5%. Okay. Do you have any specific challenges in really sharing the faith within the country, within the society? Do you see any particular challenge in really doing our ministry work?
Yeah. I want to start from the very positive side of Indonesia, being an
Sure.
Indonesian. So, as an Indonesian, I feel blessed to live in this multicultural
Yeah,
society. So,
definitely.
under our our national motto is Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, unity in diversity. So guided by our 5 principles, that Pancasila we call it. So although Catholic is minority in Indonesia, but I don't feel pressured in practicing my faith, our faith. Yeah, of course, there are in some areas occasionally tensions happening here, but I think that's part of life. Anywhere
Yeah,
when
definitely.
where you are majority, sometimes you try to show that you are dominant to others. So, and I'm grateful to live in Indonesia. I come from the province of Nusa Tenggara Timur, which the predominant they are Christian, Catholics and Christians. So the majority there. So, but both Christians and Muslim and some other religions, also of course from the beliefs from the locals, also we enjoy really our freedom to practice our faith. So,
Yeah.
and we in our part, like Nusa Tenggara Timur province, we try to ensure that everyone feels respected and protected. This is the
Great.
principle that we have. Of course, there are some areas like in Sumatra or sometimes recently in West Java, before they have the puasa, because we have in the same time of puasa. So the Catholics and then the Muslim, but there are some people that really try to shake you, shake your faith, but many people support them.
Okay.
They're not supposed to do that to others. Yeah. But for me, witnessing our faith in Indonesia, especially in Jakarta, we live together in harmony. Yeah. And
Very good.
during Christmas, during Easter, they help us. And we help them also during this coming Idul Fitri. Yeah.
Do you all have a lot of projects or activities that try to bring about dialogue between people of the different faiths?
Yeah. We have here the in the diocese we have the commissions that promoting that living in
Okay.
harmony. We call the relationship with interfaith
Yeah.
dialogues,
Okay.
and we
All
call
right.
it HAAK, yeah, HAAK, hubungan antar agama, and then this is really a sign that also we support each other. We try to bring together a project and to dialogue, at least to visit each other, to hold some programs together, youth programs. When I was in Sumba, I took the initiative to get the Muslim because some afraid about if we celebrating the Idul Fitri, what's going on, and I said no, I guarantee you to celebrate it peacefully. And I organized the youth and to come to them, and then we get the log, and then we have the commission of Hari Besar. So
Okay.
it's
All
we
right.
took the
Great.
initiative to promote that. Yeah.
So thanks for allowing us to understand a little bit the Redemptorist work over there and the reality of being a Catholic in Indonesia. Now I'm going to change the focus a little bit and focus a bit about you. Um, for as a Redemptorist, you didn't just work in Indonesia for a period of time. I believe there was a call for us to establish an international community, and at one point in time, we have decided to create an international community at East Malaysia at Dalat, and I believe you were the first Indonesian that was sent over there. Was that so?
Yeah. And I'm the
Okay.
first Indonesian to be sent as missionary. The rest always sent as a student.
Oh wow.
Yes, I
Okay. All
broke that
right.
rule. I broke that rule and work as a missionary. I'm the first Indonesian to work abroad as a missionary in that sense.
Oh wow. Okay. So tell us a little bit of your experience in Dalat. It must have been a few years of your missionary life. What was it like to be in a foreign land? Although I believe it's not that foreign for you. In Malaysia, they speak Bahasa, which is very similar to your language, and it's
Yeah.
not that far away, but yet it would have been very different culturally, and living with redemptorists from different backgrounds and culture. So, how was the whole experience like for you?
Yeah. The first time I went to Dalat was in 2001.
Okay,
I was in Singapore to brush up my English, so
okay.
I lived there, and then I went with that time Brendan Kelly, Father Brendan Kelly, Father
Father Brandon
Julius,
Kelly. Yeah,
Father
okay.
Brendan Kelly, Father Julius, my provincial at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
then Father Bernard Theo.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
All the provincials of
all the provincials, and
the
then from Indonesia,
provinces.
I myself, and then
Mhm.
Father Oming, and then we
Okay.
meet up
Oh.
with Patrick Massang in Dalat. So that's the first
Mm-hmm.
time visit Dalat. And then I came
Mm-hmm.
back to Singapore, and then a few months later, I get back to Dalat. I got back to Dalat.
Mm-hmm.
So from in January, in February 2002, I started my mission in Dalat.
Okay.
So I lived with a few conferences there, Father Patrick Masang, Father Oming for a few years, and then in 2004, Oming went back uh,
To
to
Philippines,
Philippines, and I uh, continue live with Amy Maningo
Father
and
Emmy, yeah,
Tito,
who
Father Amy
replaced Father
Maningo,
Omi. Mm-hmm.
yes, Father Tito, and then Tito as a student at the time.
Yes, yes.
So it's very interesting to live with the Malan Conference in the international community.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot living with Father Masang with his creativity, and then also Father Oming, and also
Okay.
Father Amy Maningo in when it comes to leadership. Although Father Amy with his also health concern, but
Yeah.
Father Amy really give us stability in the community. And
Okay. All right.
before we start the second term, because the first time with Father Oming, the second term with Father Patrick, Father Amy, Brother Tito at the time now, Father Tito, and I
All
myself,
right.
we have a kind of a, you know, meeting
Mm-hmm.
to clarify everything, how we live our
Okay.
life in a community, and what is
All
the
right.
purpose of being in an international community in Dalat.
All right.
And
So maybe just for the sake of our listeners, can you
mm,
just introduce a little bit what is Dalat like? Why did we choose Dalat to be a place for us to start or establish an international community?
yeah, actually, that idea comes from the Generalat. Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's the decision of the general government to try to expand and to build the collaboration, the Redemptorists across the region. So they put up the project together, and the
Mm-hmm.
project comes together. So Dalat, it's one of our concern
Mm-hmm.
at that time, and they decided to have an international community. So Cebu, the province of Cebu, and Singapore and Malaysia, and then Indonesia, uh, the provincial recommended to send the conference, and the three provinces and vice provinces at the time commit to do that
Mm-hmm.
project.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually Dalat is as people know, this is church by the river.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Church by the River, I think for the uh, I won't want to use the word old, but the older generation of people, they will probably be a bit more familiar with the
yeah,
church by the river, especially
yeah,
those from Malaysia and Singapore. I think that
yeah.
time because while we were building the church, Father Patrick was doing like a
That's a branding.
countrywide tour going
That's a
around.
branding there. That's a
Yes, yes,
brand
yes. So he was
because
selling his
because
cassette then of
yeah,
the church by the river to raise funds to build the church. And so I think many
yeah,
people were familiar with this term, church by the river,
and
and
you
that's
know,
exactly.
yeah, you know what is interesting? Actually, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of churches just by the river, but only Dalat claim that right, have that right to
Yeah.
proclaim as Church by the River. Huh?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. We claim that name first. So
yeah,
from then
yeah,
on, that church, St. Bernard,
yeah,
is being associated as the church by the river.
yeah.
So it is a place that is filled with more, how to say, indigenous people.
Yeah, I think the Bornean. I prefer
Uh-huh.
to say that the place that where the Borneans, the
Okay,
Malanaus live there, and Dalat
okay.
is one of the more the Dalat is where the Dalat and Muka, and especially Dalat, many Christians.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that, and
Okay.
this community are very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas, especially Christmas, is a time to come together and to the family bonding
Yeah,
is really created in that, yeah,
yeah.
season. Yeah,
I think that the first album was Church by the River, and after that, it was followed by the second album, Christmas by the River.
Christmas
So
by
it
the
was
river.
also quite a well received
Yeah,
album. And
yeah,
all right, so for some of our listeners, they might have even visited that place, but those who have not, you can still go. It is in East Malaysia at this place, and um, of course called Dalat. Previously, I went there just like 3 months after I joined the Redemptorist. That time as a student,
yes.
I
I met you
remember.
there.
Yeah, the journey there was not that easy because we need to fly first to Cebu, and then
Yeah,
we have to stay a night to catch the
speedboat.
like the speedboat early
Yeah,
morning the next
yeah,
day. And
yeah,
then they need to check the tide. Sometimes when the tide is low, the boat cannot go through and you might get stuck in
yeah.
the
That's
river
right.
itself. But finally, after uh,
After
an
three
hour or
hours,
two or
three
three
hours.
hours, yeah, 3 hours of
Yeah,
journey in the boat, then you will be welcome at the jetty, and you just see this nice house and the church over there.
yeah,
So it is still a very interesting place
yeah,
to visit. Very unfortunately, the Redemptorists, we gave back the church to the diocese. So now it is no more being taken care by the
yeah.
Redemptorist. But yeah, of course, you can still visit that place. So before we move on to another topic, so Willie, tell us one of your most joyful memory of your time in Dalat, and also maybe a little sharing of reality. So what might be one of the most challenging memory that you had during your time in Dalat?
I think that's the second time I live. I spent almost 2001, 2000, almost 2008. So that's a
7 years.
memorable place for me.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up as a young Redemptorist there.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say the
Okay.
second part of my life as a young Redemptorist at that time. I really grew up. People teach me a lot. Of course, the
Mm-hmm.
confreres guide me as young Redemptorists. So I really owe them, where I
Okay.
am, where I am at now. I think these guys really
Mm-hmm.
helped me to be patient. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have that kind of patience actually before, but living in Dalat, these beautiful people, they really, welcome you. They're really gentle people, but also sometimes they challenge you. They say yes, but you wait for 2 days. They didn't show up. But you need to have the patience. But once they commit, they really commit. Yeah,
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
And for me, learning the language, the
Okay.
Malanao. And
Lanao.
until today, I still speak that language. I never
Yeah.
forget that. And I don't
Okay.
allow myself to forget that language, beautiful language.
Mm-hmm.
Because for
Mm-hmm.
me, that make me rich, as Redemptorist.
Yes,
To, to,
definitely.
to, to learn that language, yeah, the Malanao.
Mm-hmm.
Uno dengar, yeah, jani-jani ko daging Christus, this, my brothers and sisters in Christ. And all this is, it's beautiful language, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
to see the young people that also spend time with me, to grow as young people. I still have in touch with them until today, and and sometimes I could just call them. But to
Yeah.
me, the one of the most memorable experience that I I was with my conference. We did the mission there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the few outstations, and we even in Dalat themselves.
Yeah.
And then we invite conference from Indonesia to help at the time,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2007 actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
they come and we have mission there, and the people remember that also time. It's a beautiful time to
Okay.
have missions there. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing your memories. I actually it was funny because during my time when we were students, intake interview. I remember, if I'm not wrong, all three of us, me, Father Eugene, and we have another brother at that time, John. Um, the interview that we had, the first thing that they asked is that when you become a priest, a redemptorist, are you willing to go and serve in Dalat, East Malaysia? And of course, then at that time, we just say yes. And the moment you say yes, it's like, okay, all right, you can come in, you can come and join us. So that was like the test. But I look back and I was reflecting on my answer then. I might not have known what I said yes to, but to be honest, I was really having that desire. Perhaps I could have been there. Um, I'm not sure for how long, but I'm sure the experience there would have been very, very fruitful and wonderful. Although I didn't get to go there to minister, but during my formation years, I was there for slightly more than a month. At that time, there
Yeah.
was some transition,
Yeah.
and I was being sent there when I was doing my pastoral year, and the experience was marvelous. I went to all the outposts, met the people, and did some ministry work. So, yes, I do hope that we will have more places like this to inspire the younger generations of Redemptorists to really cling on to that missionary spirit. Okay, so
Now
anyway,
we have one,
yeah.
right? Now we have one from Dalat.
We have one. Yes, Henry.
Yes.
Henry is from
Henry.
Dalat.
At
So
least we have one,
uh, he is doing well. So we have someone from Dalat itself who is now joining us, and he is in the student date already. So hopefully, if we keep our fingers crossed and we pray hard for him, maybe in 4 years' time, he will be ordained and join us. So we are
So,
very thankful, and also we are
yes.
very hopeful. So hopefully, we will
That's
inspire more people.
yeah.
Okay, so now I just want to change gear again because you are a man of many talents. So after your stint in Dalat, you went back to Indonesia, but you were very busy with a lot of work. And one particular area that you were always involved in was the youth, right? I believe that at a certain point you were even the coordinator, the conference coordinator. I'm not sure at what
Still,
level, but you were always some coordinator of the youth. So tell us of your experience working with the youth. Tell us what were your roles in your mission with the youth, and what is the situation of the youth scene right now.
yeah. Since came back from Dalat, and then I was appointed. Of course, I joined the mission team. At the same
Mm-hmm.
time, I replaced Father Willy, become the director of mission team in Indonesia. Call it SAMUR, Sanggar Misi Umat Redemptorist. So, but at the same time, the Bishop of Wetabula appointed me to be the director of the Youth Commission of the diocese, and
Mm-hmm.
also have to take up uh, the, the 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 work, the job that also assigned by the region of the diocese, 8 diocese. So I took responsibility to become a coordinator for that. So, but this is give me a lot of experience. Yeah, aside of the mission, of course, mission Redemptorist mission is very enriching. It's definitely
Mm-hmm.
yes, no doubt about that. But also to do mission with our young people. and also I do not consider myself anymore as a young Redemptorist, but
Okay.
to work together, to collaborate with the young Redemptorist and also some priests from other congregations and dioceses, it's very enriching.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I learned being a youth coordinator or youth animator or whatever you mentioned that is, to me, journey with the youth it's like a marathon. It doesn't matter uh, how you do your work, whether you do it really well or not, but to be faithful until the end when you are there. That's what the young people need. They need
Yeah.
us to be with them
Mm-hmm.
in their own in the whole experience that they have. They need someone to ask. They need someone to be there with them. So that's what I experience. And this is very inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, not to say a lot of things, but once you be there, they feel encouraged and
Basically, they did just need someone to journey with and
yeah, to journey
perhaps
with
a
them.
bit of
Yeah,
a role model,
yeah,
someone they
yeah,
can look up to and
yeah.
to perhaps seek some advice every now and then. So, tell us what were your roles? You were the coordinator, the youth coordinator of the conference.
Yeah.
Okay, what does that entail? What does it mean to be a youth coordinator for the Conference of Asia Oceania?
So I had two terms. The first term, 2003 to 2009, I had no idea at all, Terence, about that.
Okay.
When I got the letter from Serafino Fiore at that time, Father Serafino Fiore, and who recommended me, and I remember that time I told Patrick and Amy Maningo, and they said, "What kind of letter is this?" And Amy said, "You bloody fool, you take it. Don't worry about that. We are Redemptorists, but when you journey, you go for the meetings, you have also to contact others and then to organize others, you become Redemptorists," he said. That's
Mm-hmm,
very
mm-hmm.
interesting. And he said, "You take it and then you will tell us the story in a few years' time, what kind of
Okay.
experience that you." So encountering a lot of young people and young Redemptorists and collaborate,
Mm-hmm.
for me it's very inspiring. Why?
Okay.
Because uh, that's when you find your passion, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I still remember, I always remember Father Simon Pereira.
Yep.
When the first time I met him in Singapore,
Singapore. Mm-hmm.
yeah, Wine and Branches and all this group, and I see his passion on that. I said he said it's very interesting to journey with young people, and
Mm-hmm.
I myself that time, so I find myself young. So then I said, nah, this is what I have to do is how to
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
organize, get them together, put some structure when you get them together. So then they wouldn't question you why you bring us together. So collaborate with other Redemptorists, even with the diocesanes, with other congregations, and then so we talk what we are going to do and
Mm-hmm.
how we guide young people. And the
Okay.
second part is to dialogue with young people. What do you want us to do, and what do you want to do? We will
Yeah.
support you. And then
Mm-hmm.
amazing with the initiative and creativity. They always say something. They always encourage us. Sometimes we have to get out from our comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
And I always believe in this, Terence. You know, uh, there's a say when you want to help someone, you have to bring him to the place where you don't want to go. Yeah.
Okay.
But when they arrive there, you also arrive and you have
Mm-hmm.
another experience. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that you have that very good disposition to work with the youth. You know how to manage them, and also I have to acknowledge here that you have been very encouraging, not only to the youth but to those who are working with the youth. I just want to share this particular experience. The Some years ago, quite a few of us who were working with the youth in our respective um, uh, provinces.
Provinces.
We,
Yeah.
me, JM, and RJ, three, we were all classmates in the seminary, and we were just dreaming together at one day and just said how nice it is if we can just gather all the youth from the region, from Asia, Oceania, and we have all this exchange and collaboration. It was just a dream, and we thought that it was wonderful. So we wrote a proposal up. I'm not sure. We wrote to the regional coordinator, and lo and behold, they said, "Oh, all right. That's what we have been thinking about. Since you have the passion and you want to do it, just go ahead." So we did that. But of course, since you were the conference coordinator, we were working with you, and you were extremely encouraging. And we went to, I think we went to Jogja to meet up
Jogja.
with
Yeah.
you, and we um, made some plans, and it became a reality. The first time ever, firstly we just gathered all the redemptorists within the region that were working with the youth, and along with perhaps one or two of the leaders of the different youth group, and we all came together.
Yeah.
We share a little bit about what we have been doing, and we dream together on what we could achieve, how we can share our resources, how we can help each other to grow. And then we started planning a conference gathering of all the youth. Now,
Yeah.
it was meant to be, I believe, 2020, the
Supposed
first
to.
gathering.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, our time is God's time is different from our time. So that very faithful year where we wanted to have it, and COVID came, and a
Yeah.
few years of pause. But after that, when COVID ended and we all started to resume normal life, we finally managed to get the organizing team together again, and you had your
Last
first
year.
conference gathering of all the youth. Very, very sadly, I think all the original, the three of us who started that dream, we all got posted to new assignments, so we were no more dealing with the youth. But I think that's very much part and parcel of missionary life. We
Yeah. That's
have
right. That's
a
right.
period of doing these things. You just put your heart and soul into it, and after that we move on. But it was really nice. Our Here in Singapore and Malaysia, they brought quite a huge contingent there,
Yeah.
and they had a very good experience. And so, yeah, I hope we will have our next gathering very soon, and we can help this youth to experience all these
Yeah.
wonderful gatherings, so that they will all be filled with that fire to continue to grow as a follower of Christ, and to also make impact
Yeah.
among their peers and also
Yes.
to the society. Do you know when might be our next youth gathering?
Yeah. It's next year. In
Okay, and
yeah.
where would that be?
It will be in the Philippines, but have to determine the place, the time. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, all right. So for
But
any
I
listeners,
we will have a
yeah,
meeting soon for
okay, you are
the
still
team.
involved.
Yeah.
You are the ever young redemptorists that will forever be working with the youth. Okay, that's very good. So
Yeah.
again, like for any listeners who are young at heart, or you are a youth, do come and approach us if you are interested in joining this very wonderful gathering. I'm sure we
Yeah.
can arrange something to help any youth who are filled with that passion to
Yeah.
experience our Redemptorist youth gathering,
Yeah.
right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so before I let you go, because I do not want to drag this for too long, just one last question for you, Willie, and that is, for some people who might be considering a vocation to the religious life, or especially to the Redemptorists, what would your advice to them be?
Thank you. Yeah, this is a very good questions. For me, religious life is a beautiful journey. Yeah, it offers me a lot of opportunity to serve God and to serve others. I think, then, while doing that, I use the spectacle of,
Spectacles.
yes,
Okay.
I use the binocular,
Uh-huh.
that is Redemptorist binocular.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Redemptorist spirituality, for me as Redemptorist, living this religious life is a beautiful life, and it offers me opportunity to serve people, to
Mm-hmm.
serve God, while viewing the world through the lens of Redemptorist spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
So my suggestion to young people, if you feel called, do not be afraid.
Okay.
Being Redemptorist, I always believe that trust your journey, trust the journey, God will guide you along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So just come and talk to us if you are interested, right? So always
Yes,
just take
that's
the
right.
first step and just come and talk to us. Wonderful. So one last thing, right? I asked at the beginning of this conversation for our listeners to guess your age. So at this point, do you want to reveal how old are you?
So I was born October 3rd, 1969.
69. That would
Yes.
be all right. So you
56.
56 years old. Okay, so I'm
I'm still
sure.
young anyway.
Yeah, you're still very young. Yeah, so yeah, young both at age and in heart. Okay, so I think you still have many decades of energy to serve the youth, and
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
yeah, all the best. And definitely, I hope and in some capacity we will get to meet each other very soon. So perhaps you can come over to Singapore, or you can invite us to Jakarta
Yeah.
to do some shrine mission.
I'm 1 hour away from Singapore anyway.
Yes,
I'm in
exactly.
Jakarta.
So yeah, so we are gonna meet each other
Yeah.
definitely at some point in the future. So anyway, thank you so much, Father Willy. It has been
Yes.
a real pleasure
You're
to
welcome,
have
Father
this chat
Terence.
with you, and definitely, if there's a chance in the future, we will invite you to this program again. All right.
Thank you.
So
Okay, all right.
bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Thank
Thank you
you.
very
God bless.
much.
Bye.
All right, welcome back. So I hope that all of you have enjoyed that conversation with Father Willy Pala. So as you can see, Father Willy really have a very vast experience of missionary work, either in Indonesia, working with the youth, and also he spent a couple of years in Dalat, Sarawak, having internet within working within an international community. And in fact, when he was in Dalat, he was working with Patrick. So Patrick, perhaps you can tell us a little bit. How was your experience? Uh, Firstly, the experience of an international community, and maybe also spill a little bit of the beans and tell us how was it like working with Father Willy.
Right. In the year 2000, Dalat, the church by the river, became an international community. And so two countries responded to it, the Philippines and Indonesia. And Willie was one of the community members of my community at that time. Willy remembers meeting me when he was in high school. There was a school assembly and we were introduced. I had no idea until he told me. He said he was wondering why these two redemptorists standing here and singing or just talking. And I had no idea he was in the crowd. He was in high school. So when they said you're going to go to Dalat, he remembers Father Patrick Massang. And he was so excited. And I had no idea until he came to Dalat. Then he told me the whole story. Willy had a very humble and a very wonderful beginning because he was newly ordained. So everything was new for him. The community was new. And he is a very talented young man, as you know. His guitar skills is so amazing.
Exactly.
So because of that, a lot of youth began to take up music and guitar playing. He taught them. So I would join him in some of the classes. And he would play the guitar and I would sing. He was the musician and I was the voice. So we just, because of music, we gelled so well. And because of his ability to communicate, he was younger, much younger than me. There was such an attraction by the youth. So the whole youth movement began to grow. And I told him, Willy, Dalat will be a springboard for you. You will be going to greater heights. And true enough, in years to come, he became the coordinator for Asian youth worldwide. So he really grew to be an amazing Redemptorist from his younger days, you know, and his journey has been amazing. And so I was like the senior in the community. And I think the humility of all the other confreres was really life-giving. And so I will cherish. I worked with Willy for 4 years before I became the vice provincial. I had to leave Dalat, and he was there for another year. But working with him, not just a challenge, but it challenges all our gifts that we have to use everything. And I think we became very, very famous because of our singing ability. We used to blend with another singing priest from the Philippines, Father Amy. He was so amazing. Amy was also a musician, a guitarist, and a violinist. Yes. So
a Filipino, Malaysian, and Indonesian. Wow. Yeah. I think you all should have cut an album. Huh?
We should have, but there were so many things, other things, other priorities. We never thought about that. But we would sing at all the functions in Cebu, Sarawak. We were invited. We were known as the singing priests from the Redemptorists. They always saw us as, you know, I wouldn't say threatening, but whatever we did was so entertaining and so life-giving. We had such great fun to be a Redemptorist, and I'm very proud that I had younger confreres under my wings. So that's it.
Anyway, I love to continue this conversation and hear all this very wonderful story, but due to time constraint, I think we better wrap up this conversation. And maybe before we say goodbye to all our listeners, we are just going to inform you of all the happenings at the later part of July. Okay, so now we are almost at the mid of July, and we will now let you know what is to come. All right. So firstly, on the 20th of July is a feast known to the Redemptorists, is actually the feast of the Most Holy Redeemer. And if you have not already known, the Redemptorists are known as the Congregation of the Most Holy Redeemer. So it's in a way our titular feast. There won't be very big celebration, but if you come to Novena Church, we will be having a special celebration for the feast. So do come and join us for this great celebration. And moving on, Prabhu.
Yeah, and moving on, every month on the fourth Saturday, it is actually July 26th, July 26th at 8 p.m. we are having this monthly Tamil Novena and Tamil Sunset Mass. It has been a blessing since the last few months. We have been inviting those who could speak Tamil language to come and participate in it. And to our surprise, a lot of people have come, including our migrant brothers and sisters who are actually our top priority at Novena Church to reach to those people who haven't been able to attend the usual Sunday masses for a long time. And also the Novena to our Mother of Perpetual Help in their mother tongue. And it has been a blessing. So we thank all the people who have been coming and supporting this initiative of Novena Church.
All right. So for all of you who can understand Tamil, do come and join us for this Tamil Novena. And even if you can't, I think it will be quite an interesting experience. So do come and join us. It's a very warm and very vibrant community and celebration.
Yes. Fourth Saturday of
Okay.
every month at 8 p.m.
Yeah, fourth Saturday of every month.
Yes.
Now, moving on, actually heading towards the end of July, there will be a lot of celebration for us because on the 1st of August is our very special feast. It's the feast of the church itself, the feast of St. Alphonsus. And therefore, 3 days before, from the 29th to the 31st of July, which is Tuesday to the Thursday, we are going to have a Tridium celebration. So 3 days of special Mass and preaching. So for these 3 days, Tuesday to Thursday, our Mass will be pushed back a little bit to 7:30. Okay, so for all those who come for the celebration, remember that the Mass do not start at the regular time of 6:30, but at 7:30 p.m. and we will preach on some special topic. And on the 1st of August itself, well, that is our big feast, the feast of Saint Alphonsus. Patrick, you want to say something about the feast?
All right, the Feast of St. Alphonsus is a worldwide celebration. Every community around the world will be celebrating it with pomp and splendor. And we are so blessed in Singapore. Our novice will be taking his first vows, Jean, and I would like to congratulate him even before that. It's going to be a very moving celebration because people will wonder how a young man wants to devote his entire life to the congregation and live the religious life. It's going to be an amazing event and a big celebration. So if you are free on the 1st of August, you've been friends of the Redemptorists, come and support. If you're not there, pray for us, pray for the Redemptorist family that we will continue to multiply because getting vocations is very rare. So I would like to be there, and I hope I can be there. 1st of August, feast of our founder, St. Alphonsus.
All right. So as a Redemptorist, every one of us would like to have a special day associated to this feast, right? Just a little trivia. I'm not sure if these two of my co-hosts know about it. There are 2 persons in our community have our ordination on this date itself, on the 1st of August. Can you all figure out who are these 2?
I think it's you, lah.
It's you. No idea.
It's you.
Yes. One of it is
drum roll.
one of it was me, and the other one. Oh, in fact, it's all the Malaysians. So it was me, and the other one is Father Robin Lomangkok. So we all have our ordination anniversary on the 1st of August. So this is like triple celebration, all right? So we just invite all of you to come and join us for this very special celebration.
In fact, the last time we had our profession was of our brother Henry and Nicholas in 2024.
Yes, Henry and Nicholas.
And we are so blessed to have Brother Jean now professing for this unit.
Yeah, so Henry and Nicholas, because they are from Malaysia, the first profession was done in Ipoh, also our Redemptorist Church. And then this year, Jean, being in Singapore, so we are doing the big celebration over in Singapore. And because of this feast, in conjunction with this feast and in conjunction with our 75th anniversary, on the Sunday, okay, so the feast is 1st of August on the Friday. On that Sunday, the 3rd of August, we are going to have a big celebration, and therefore we're going to have a carnival. Okay, so this carnival is going to start from 11 a.m. all the way up to 6 p.m. So any of you who are in Singapore and have not gotten your coupons, I have to say, unfortunately, I think most of the coupons are being sold out, but you can still come and just experience the atmosphere. We have lots of games, we have lots of food, and a lot of little activities, but also some highlights. The Redemptorist priest will be performing. Okay, so at specific time, the Redemptorist singing band will be out there performing, and there's also a line dancing performance by our senior group and also hip hop performance by them. Okay, so it will be spread out through the day. And also there's a very special dunking station of which some of our Redemptorists will be there sitting very poor, in a very poor thing manner, they're waiting for you to hit the ball and for them to drop into the pool. Okay, so do come and join. It's going to be a really great day of fun. So If Patrick is there, we will be sure to have him sitting there on the pool, and I'll be one of them that will be paying the money to try to get him dunking into the pool. Huh?
Sitting duck. Yeah, sitting duck.
All right. So with that, I think we better just end our episode today. I really want to thank Patrick and Prabhu. It is so nice to have all of you here. So also just to explain to our avid listeners, some of you might be wondering, like, hey, how come this podcast has not been out for a couple of months here? So over the past few months, many of us have been so busy with so many things of the 75th anniversary celebration, missions, so on and so forth. So we decided to take a few months break to give everyone a breather. But moving ahead, after this episode, we are going to have some special episode. We are going to have a series that talks a little bit more on some moral aspects. So do watch out for it. And also we are going to talk to Courage Singapore, and there will be a few episodes on that. Okay, so do keep watch on this podcast episode, and hopefully, if time permits, we will release the next episode in a month's time. If not, it will be a month or two. But from then on, we will focus on a few very interesting topics, and then we will continue to introduce you to confreres around the world. Okay, so with that, thank you very much. Patrick and Prabhu, I'll let you say your goodbyes to all our wonderful listeners.
Yes, thank you everyone to continue to pray for us. We are still in the middle of this parish mission at Shah Alam. It has been a wonderful 1 week, and we have 1 more week to go. So hopefully we could come up and do more missions together as confreres and brothers.
Okay.
Well, signing off, and thank you for your support. If you like our work, speak to your parish priest that your parish needs formation, a mission, whatever it is. We will come and we will tailor it according to the needs of your parish. So invite the Redemptorists, because we are missionaries.
Yes.
Amen.
All right. So with that, bye-bye and see you.